Two of Wands. This is coming out in a lot of the zodiac readings. And this Two of Wands is saying, your old world is no more. And like, you know, it's like, it's, you may look, and it's like he's holding the old little small world, and it's almost like a little toy. It's like, just, what is this? And you may be looking at your old self, old life this week and going like what do I even do with this? Like, and any vestiges of it, and going like, and because you have arrived, you know, in your new life, in your new world, in your new self. But as we know, in the physical world, it's like, still got stuff hanging around, and it's like, what do I do with this? What do I do with that? There's like when you move and you're completely moved, and then it feels like for months you're still finding stuff where you're like, I thought I cleaned this house out and I found a whole basement that had stuff in it. That's definitely happening right now, because it's like the moon is like, oh shit, this is still here. Like, what the close it. It's like, no, I was done with that. And just remind yourself, and this is the message for a lot of the signs, yeah, just remind yourself that that is done. You are done with that. And that it's just vestiges, like, no big deal. Just do it. Just plow through it. Just keep, you know, moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if there's a feeling of, and I don't know if this is really the right word, but it's the only one I've got, of stuckness in that, like feeling like,
will I ever be done with that?
Will I ever be done with that? They showed me literally like those, and I'm not a race car person at all, but those race cars at the line, and you know, like their wheels are burning out and they're just waiting to be slammed into gear. I mean, that's happening, you know, and if you feel kind of stuck in that, take a minute, breathe through it, and ask your guidance, like, what is there something I need to see, help me see, or whatever, so you can kind of push through that, because it is literally just being pushed yourself into gear.
Yep, I really have been getting that phrase that my mama always said, fake it till you make it. And it's not about faking anything. It's not about being anything you're not. Mm-hmm. It's about being in that mindset until you really feel and experience it. Mm-hmm. It's like, just keep on behaving as if until you feel as if.
Yeah, act as if. Yeah. And you know, it's something you and I have talked about on the side, of like, if you don't know which way to go, and if you don't know which way to do and all this kind of stuff, just do something, because it's about the energy that you're putting into the movement. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It matters that you're putting that intention and that energy into moving.
And it matters that it's in alignment, you know, as long as it's in alignment with what you do want and what you do know to be true within yourself, then you're good. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to be picky about what it is. Right. And like, it can be tiny, it can be big. It just, as long as it's in that alignment, it's fine. I mean, literally this morning, you know, like, woke up with some of the same old body sensations, head pain, this, that, the other. And I was like, yeah, I'm not resisting it. Like, I'm not like, this isn't happening, but I'm like, I'm not going to go down the old road I would go with this and just be like, ugh. I'm going to like find little ways. So whether it was just like feeling the sun for a minute, closing my eyes and going, oh, the sun feels good, you know, just whatever tiny little, this is the vibration I want to be in, that just sort of grabbing that next thing. Mm-hmm. From a place of knowing that you're supported, knowing that all of that is being given to you, not from a place of like, I gotta conquer this, you know, this bad energy. No, it's just like, all right, feeling this, gonna add this, feeling this, gonna add that. Just let that in.
Because that is the old way of like that conquering, because that's kind of the reacting. And the cure for all of this is to be present and be in that moment and take that breath and let the sun hit your face and say, okay, I'm choosing my energy, I'm choosing my alignment right now. Because it is, if you imagine, it's baby steps, because you are in a new place. We are a little bit in our bodies, energetically kind of hung over. I mean, I woke up with similar head pain this morning, 2 days now in a row, and which is kind of uncharacteristic for me. But instead of like doing what you're saying and like the old and reacting and what, you know, being upset, it was just like, oh, I think I'm just going to take a little bit longer to get ready this morning. And I'm just going to breathe through this and know that it's going to pass. It isn't forever. And, that's not the way I would have used to have handled that.
Yep.
And it's just being present.
Yeah, very much so. Thank you. There's something. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay, sorry, it'll come back. There's something in that. All right, quick little side note.
And you and I both because I just wrote down some stuff because it just was like hitting me. So
yeah, there's a lot coming through. Quick little side note. I'm going to be posting half of the zodiac signs readings today for January. Whether or not your sign is up, take a look at the opening message because there was some really, really important stuff coming through right now from Spirit regarding this, the Lovers, and that card came out. The reason this came out is because there's a message around human relationships, human romantic relationships right now, being rather distracting to your inner, what we're talking about. Because the time of you focusing on that mirror for now, whether it was, I hope it comes in, or whether it's in my reality right now, whatever it is, the time for that and focusing on it in the human sense is on hold. Not over, but just on hold. Reason being that you've already seen a lot that's being mirrored through that relationship. Now it's time for you to focus on that. It's really time for you to focus on that. There is a message right now that the more you allow yourself to get entangled in the human part of wrestling with a human romantic relationship, the more it's going to hurt right now, because that is not where it's at. That's not where Spirit's guiding you to be. This isn't, to our human ears, it sounds like what? I'm just supposed to not, if I'm married, I'm not supposed to not focus on that person. If I'm, am I supposed to just, what, only me? I know we're not wired that way. That's not what Spirit's saying. But Spirit's saying right now, do not allow yourself to get in the tar baby entanglement of trying to go it's about you, or, only this person with this, and just allowing yourself to do that, because this is a time where if you do that, it really can become a tar baby and just really, really bind you up in a way that you have been freed from. So use this time in January, especially right now this week, since that message came out again, to look at what is here for me right now. Yes, that other person or that idea of the other person is great, but we're each really being asked to focus on our own paper right now, in a very loving way, in the way where Spirit's going it's like what came out in the group messages. It's like when, there's a couple kids and maybe you're at Disney World, or maybe you're doing something that's supposed to be really fun, and those kids are bickering, or just stop touching me, stop touching me. And you're like, kids, leave each other alone and enjoy this great experience. That's what Spirit's saying. Mm-hmm. Get your head out of that for a minute and enjoy this great experience that Spirit's giving you now, because there's a lot that you can absorb, only you. Don't worry about what's going on with them right now. That's really a strong message that's come out twice now today. So,
mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is because what I wrote down before you pulled out was being mindful cures everything. And being mindful is very much being in that moment and very much being in your own energy and looking, and is very much it's like the hermit is being mindful plus,
Yes. Hyper mindful.
Yeah. Version, whatever, but,
and knowing what's my energy, what's going on with me, and what's the other person.
Right.
They're separate things.
They're two separate things. It doesn't mean, like she said, you still can very much coexist and do all those things, but it's about where are you focusing your energy and that intention, because we just kind of talked about baby steps. There's a lot of big new energy coming. There's a lot of stuff happening, and the worst thing you could do would be and just run crazy in the streets, with that new energy and excitement is good, but
dragging someone else with you.
Dragging someone else with you. It's very much be mindful, look around and be this is cool. Where do I want to put my intention? What do I want to do in this moment? What do I want to be aligned with in this moment? Because there is a lot of bright, shiny stuff right now. And
Yeah.
And
Spirit's like, just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it.
It's not
Yeah.
going anywhere.
Yeah.
All the good stuff is not going anywhere. But
That's
just, you know, grab a latte and sit and watch for a second.
Yeah, think of it as that day one of, I know you've never been to Disney World, but if you have, like, day one, you got like 10 days. This is day one. Like, just sit there and take it in.
That's perfect. Like, you walk through the gates, you got your ears on.
Like, just calm down. You don't have to ride every ride and throw up on the first day. Like, let's just, and because this is a new beginning, a new world. I'm glad you said the baby step thing again, because that was the message from before. Spirit was saying we are doing baby steps, but now we're on a moving sidewalk. So it's like, even though you're doing baby steps, you're still momentum moving forward really fast. So don't feel like that means you're going to go slow.
You are doing baby steps in your receiving of information and your perception and your aligning, and the only things, because like with the video that we did, or I did right before the new year, was like the only choice is to stay in that alignment. The big picture is being taken care of. Your job is just to stay in that energy.
Yeah.